So he knows how to back up. He knows how to... Tara. Knows how to be sent without being sent. Without having to move his feet. He knows how to go when he's supposed to move his feet, except for to one direction. He knows how to yield his hindquarters.
Okay.
Get this out of the way. Yep, so you're going to stand in the saddle position, and you're going to ask him to bring his nose to his elbow. Okay, one more. He got really good at this when I started doing that with everybody. Oh, stay with him. Stay with him. Stay with him. When he stops moving his feet, let go. Good. Well, because he moved, that brought you back down to 1. Good. That's right now. He's like, oh no, somebody might know me. They're beeping. Good. Okay, do the other side. Good. It's like, what? I wasn't doing nothing. Good. Yeah. Yeah, I think he got bit or stung by something. I wasn't really worried about it. All right, now I want you to ask him to walk with you in the saddle position. So now you're going to drive him from this position. And once you establish that, which might take a little while, may not, then I want you to emergency stop him. But I want you to have the extra rope kind of bunched up in this hand. So that way when you get ready to emergency stop him, you're going to raise that group of rein, and then you're going to run your hand down so he recognizes that as...
Okay, so it's the same...
Yep, he needs to understand that when that rein came up, that's to communicate something, and then when you run your hand down the line, he should be ready to stop.
Okay, so...
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
And all that.
Yep. As long as he can get his head straight, that's all that you need it for. And then it might take you a little bit to establish him walking with you in that position, because obviously when I normally walk them, they are told to stay in a different position. So you're going to ask him to walk, and you'll stay there. Oh, we have our first poop. Oh. So you can see he's already confused by watching his ears. He's not sure if he's almost like he doesn't trust that he's not getting set up. Okay? Nope. Just when he does do it, kind of like be very friendly in a way that he likes. Don't rub his back, because he clearly doesn't like his back rubbed. But see how his ears are telling you that he thinks you're setting him up to screw with him. Good. Now stop and rub him. Yep, just so he understands that it is what you're asking for. Yeah. dirt bike. He should be in, that sounds like it's on the road. He's getting some good gears, but he should be in the woods there. Their house backs up to the woods there. He's like, that's a weird sounding animal. You can do that, or you can see if you can kind of touch the tail of that rope and let it kind of slap his shoulder, give him some driving energy on his shoulder. There you go. He basically took advantage of, he saw something over there he wanted to check out. Good, good. So this will help him, once you're actually in the saddle, him understanding from back there when you kiss means go. Good. Yep. He doesn't know what kind of animal makes that growling noise. And then once you start walking, try to get like that rein in the regular rein position and not in a leading position as soon as you can, so that way he understands that he's supposed to continue walking and he doesn't need the support of your hand forward. Yeah, it's going to take him a few minutes to figure it out because you're not in the leading position, which is, like a foot further ahead. But you're giving him the leading cues, which I almost wouldn't do. I'd almost stay back here completely because you wouldn't be able to do that if you're in the saddle. And then maybe just ask him by instead of leading him with the rein, taking your other hand onto the end of so keep all of it in that hand. And then, and then use that hand to kind of tap his shoulder and ask him to go that way. Now he's not sure if he's supposed to back up. He's just trying to sort it out. Forward. Changed his mind. You're all right, come on. Good. So now in a case like that, you're struggling to get that one step. So you should have rewarded that instead of continued the pressure, because if you continued the pressure, then he didn't get the answer.
Okay, so he didn't even make any connection.
Right. So that's when you would have wanted, you didn't have to go like, pom-poms and everything, but, you would have wanted to at least stop the pressure so he knew that that's what made it stop. He's thinking, he's confused, but he's thinking. Yep. So don't reward the hind yield. Yes. Yep. There you go. Yep. Now you would have wanted to not hit him that next time. It's really like a huge timing thing, because if he feels another tap after he's done it, then your opportunity went out the window. He's just terribly confused. Okay, so now another option would be to take the tail of that rope and put it on the other side of him and slap the other shoulder as if it's your legs, and that leg's the one that's kicking it or driving it. Yep, you're gonna get it this time. He's processing, but he's gonna do it. There you go.
Now, pause.
Yeah, I would have paused it. Yep, he's got it. He's having a whole moment of debate with himself right now. He thinks he knows the right answer. That's what all that lean was. But then he's afraid. He actually even bent in one knee, but he's afraid to do it wrong. You're gonna stop the slapping, but you don't have to change anything else about your body language. You're gonna stop the energy. Yep. Good. Now ask again. Yep. Here he comes. Good. Ask again. There you go. He's just totally sorting it out. Now he stopped thinking about it. Now he's back to thinking. Still thinking. Come on, Chase. I mean, Sparky. Yep, there you go. There you go. Good boy. Yeah, he's totally confused. It's nothing you're doing.
Okay.
Sometimes what I do, you just happen to have the end of a rope, but sometimes I just slap the other side with my hand, like kind of as if it was my leg, so I went down like the seat of the saddle to just behind, the fender or whatever kind of saddle you're riding in. Yep.
Boy.
Yep. Chase, we don't need an emergency stop if you don't go. Yeah, he's interpreting that as a shoulder, like you're pushing a shoulder towards you. Okay, so now another way you can help him is to go back in your regular leading position and actually kiss to lead him, get him thinking forward. So just kind of, now we have to fix his feet. We have to get his brain to his feet and what his feet should be doing. So now I would help him by telling him to go forward. Yep. Yep. Yep, you could try to slide back in there if you want. There you go.
Where's Sparky going? Turn, Sparky, turn.
Go. He's starting to get a little rhythm. Good. Now, yeah, I was gonna say now get the rein in the rein position. There you go. Good. There you go. Okay. Now kind of gradually move the hands so you can have that lift of the rein, and then you're gonna run your hand down. Yep. Good. I'm gonna play with the dog. There you go. If he gets a good pace again by the time he gets to the frisbee, then we'll go ahead and we'll do a stop. He still has that hesitation going. Okay, so now wait until the muck bucket. Go ahead, run your hand down and bring him to a stop all the way around. Good. Good.
I walked all the way around for you to stop me.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, see if you can get him to go again while just everything's the way it was. There you go. Good. Yep. Emergency stop him there. Good. And we will want him to get more flexible, and I know he is actually quite flexible where he can bring. When he gives, give back to him just to say you're right, but now could you give me a little bit more? So you're just going to keep asking him for a little bit more effort.
Okay. Till he actually touches his shoulder.
Yeah, and he can. I know he physically can. Yep. There you go. Good. Emergency stop. Okay, no. When you bring it, so you're gonna bring it to where he offers it. So he's kind of offering it that. Oh, good boy. And then I would say, now ask for a tiny bit more. Now ask him to come a little bit, like I'm waiting for him to come just a tiny bit there, tiny bit more.
Okay.
So that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna bring him around, and he'll come soft, and then you'll let him know that's good, and then you're gonna.
Like a slight.
Yeah, you're not gonna drop the line, but then after you release, you're gonna then take a feel.
Okay.
So he has to come against the resistance.
Okay.
Come across the center.
I'm trying to stay in position with him.
Go ahead and stop him. That's okay. Okay, so
Wow, he's really overachieving.
so when you go to stop him, because what I saw was more of just a pull around, which is good when you're really needing to stop. But what we want to teach him is when he feels that line come up off his withers or off his mane. So I want that to be the first thing that he responds to, or at least where he'll check in and be like, yes,
Okay.
you know what I mean? Then run your hand down the line and bring him around, as opposed to just dragging him around. Just careful he doesn't fall over on you. Oh, right there. That's not so bad. Oh, that's not so bad. Right there. You even get a little head tremor there. Oh, she do good for you? Huh? She do good? Yeah.
Alright, Chase, ready?
Yep.
I really think he wants to. I'm not going to, but
He can work for it. I wouldn't let him get too close to the rail, because then he's going to take advantage of you and try to go for the grass. Okay, cut across the middle. Go ahead and stop him. Okay. So the only other thing that I'm going to say we need to start doing is keeping it, like, see how that is right now? It's in a rein position.
okay.
I don't know if you realize you're still holding it way out here, kind of like in a leading position. So I want him to feel like you're riding him, just you're not on him.
Yeah, because I think what I was doing was
You're trying to help send him.
Yeah, like offset him even, and then I could have stayed there.
Yep.
So, okay.
Yep. So I want it to be like it's reins, so that way when he feels, because when you lift
really
it,
be doing anything.
right. So when you lift, yeah. So when you had this hand way out here and then you lifted, he had no way of knowing that. He actually did stop.
Okay.
Because he felt you come off of his withers, but if you're gonna just if you're riding, chances are your hands aren't just laying down on his withers.
Yeah.
But if you lift up there now, he should be able to feel you lift. Okay. I mean, you can get him started by sending him forward, and then maybe just put your hand back on your side. Just be neutral. As quickly as you can make something look like it will look, kind of like with the over command, as quickly as you can make it look like that, the better it is for them. Yep. Yep. And that would be exactly that, like more of a bump to correct his direction, and then, yep, and then release again, yep. He's slightly taking advantage just a little bit. He's not being that bad. There you go. Okay, emergency stop him now. Yep. There. Yep. Yep. And the reason he got all kind of tripped up was because it was the first time it looked totally different than what you were doing.
Okay.
So that's why he kind of was like, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. He thought he was supposed to high kneel,
Okay.
which is actually what we want him to think.
Okay.
You know, because emergency stop is, I'll stop when your neck comes around, if your feet stop moving, but if they don't, we're going to go further and you're going to disengage your hindquarters. So he did kind of everything he was supposed to do. There's one. Oh, there we go. He's like, no, you're not done. Yep. Sneaky. Sneaky, sneaky. It's like I thought you were telling me to go to the grass. Okay, go ahead and stop him. Good. Okay. So we'll quit with that for that.
I got him going.
Got him going?
In the riding position,
And you
I
got him
stopped
stopped?
Except to run away from me.
You get a bad spot and bite my face off. Okay, so we're gonna really strengthen the out cue. One cone. Let him tell him out and make him go sideways over the cone. So we're gonna strengthen that out cue from a standstill.
For which side?
Which was his.
This way he's better. This is the way we've really been working on it. So the other way is better than other time.
Okay, so then we'll turn him around, or you get on the other side, and then we'll push him over this. Okay.
Oh. Well, that's a good help.
Yeah, we can fix that too. That's really.
Where are we going? How do we fix that?
Good boy.
Nope.
You know what it was? Is you were trying to look under him, but
So he
look
thought I
at
was
look at what you were
healing
doing. You were trying to look under him, so he was doing exactly what you told him to.
Alright, Chase, let's try again.
Here, I'll stand equivalent to where it is. Then it'll probably just over to me.
Oh.
Koga's little one step extra.
I taught him that. Alright.
Yep, went right into his head, so that's good.
Out.
Yep,
Boy. Out.
yep,
Out. Out.
yep.
Out. 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 Right?
Good?
Out.
Yeah.
Out. 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 Out.
You can twist his shoulders over, and then that's fine if he doesn't do it over the
Out.
cone.
Out. 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 Out.
Yep. Good boy. That was all. That was all. That was so hard. There you go. We can chew. Good. Okay.
But he definitely automatically was like, oh, wait.
Yep. I watched his whole body shift.
Yeah.
Like he was ready to do it, and then there was something about it that didn't look the same, so he was like, So I kind of like that he's not just making assumptions,
Yeah.
but he almost freezes up in his fear of doing it wrong.
Go. Go.
That's better.
We have a long way to go.
Yeah, you do.
Out. Out.
Yep.
Nope.
Yep.
Out.
There you go.
Out. Out.
Yep.
Out.
Good boy.
Out. Out.
Yep.
Good.
Yep.
Out.
Good boy. Good boy.
Out. Out. Good boy.
Big licking shoe. So, like I do with my kids, you're getting the movements. Your goal, hopefully before you have to leave, is to get them over the cone.
So we set up a lot of cones and I'll just pick whatever cone we go to.
I'm really happy you put, I don't know why he was dropping weight, but he looks good.
Oh.
Much better.
Out.
Yep.
Out.
You got all that lean already.
Out.
Yep.
Out.
Good boy.
Out.
Yep.
Out.
Yep.
Out. 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 Nope. Out. 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 Out.
The only thing, if he was looking at me for any reason, was just to say curse words at me. He wasn't looking at me for help. That's probably how you taught Coda the creeping. He's like, no, I'm always allowed to take one more. She usually wants that one more. I always take them if their legs are crossed. I'd rather their legs be crossed. Yep. Yep. So now if he crosses over one, give it to him. Yep. Yep. He'll have this so down, every time he sees cones, he'll be like Ritz. You ever see Ritz when he sees cones?
Yeah.
Ritz is like, nope, supposed to sideways over these things.
Out. Out.
I backed up a little bit. So if you want him to move, what else would you do?
I know, but I don't want to walk away.
You can do it quiet. You can do a quiet one. I know, Hunter. You'll go out in a minute. Anybody home? Yeah. Yeah. Yep. He's up on his forehand now. Yep. Yep, good boy. Well, I'd like to get him to the point to where we could set up cones on a circle and you can out and over him through the cones while he's on a circle.